Hey Grandma, can you tell me what kind of oil is in this thing?
We're back here. I can't read that.
What kind of oil does this have in it?
You gotta show me where it is.
Well, the ingredients are right here. So what kind of oil is in there?
Right there, all those.
Yeah, all of these are the ingredients.
I can't read those.
You can't read us. Well, we'll read it for you, Grams. Today we're talking about canola oil and why our grandma shouldn't have it. You can't read that? Seriously?
All of those?
Yeah.
All of these?
You can't read any of those?
I'd have to have it in bigger print.
She can't read it with her magnifying glass. That's pretty bad.
That is bad.
It's howdy, folks. Today we are talking about canola oil. And why should you care about it? Should make an eyesight comment.
What?
Today we are talking about canola oil. And why should you care about it? Well, this is zesty Italian dressing. Looks pretty zesty, but it might not be so after you learn some more facts about canola oil. And the fact that it's produced with hexane, which is a toxic crude oil subsidy. Anyways, in this video we're going to talk about a little bit of canola oil, its history, its roots, where it stems from, and all that goodness for you history buffs. Some of the ill side effects besides hexane, because there's a whole lot more. And from yours truly, of course, some alternatives. Let's talk about it. Canola oil stems from a plant similar to the mustard family, and it was called rapeseed. Rapeseed oil was used back in the day as a ship lubricant and used in steam engines because it would actually stick to wet metal. Delicious. Canola oil stems from Canadian oil low acid. Well, canola oil actually stems from Canadian oil low acid. Well, because it's from our little neighbors in Canada. It's from our neighbors in Canada, and well, it has a low acid content. So when I'm shopping for a salad dressing at the store and I see that it has canola oil, I have a flashback that it is stemming from the rapeseed, so all I can think about is #MeToo, and I move on down the aisle. Where do you find it? Well, you could find it in soup, you can find it in salad, soup, salad, salad, soup, and even more soup, different varieties of soup, or even that Tostitos nasty dip. This stuff's delicious. I once ate a bunch of this stuff when we were camping. I was sick for 3 days. That was the last of that. Anyways, moving on. Most restaurants cook with canola oil because it's cheap as heck, and it has a high heat resistance. So that's why it's popular. Why, you might ask, why you want to avoid canola oil? Well, first of all, it is way too high in omega-6 fatty acids. Traditionally, our fatty acid ratio should be about 4 to 1. 4 omega-6s to 1 omega-3. But right now, as it stands in the standard American diet, or SAD for short of course, we're at about a 16 to 1 ratio. Way overloaded of omega-6s to omega-3s. We need to get those numbers back in check. Tell your doctor. Studies have shown that omega-6 fatty acid consumption has gone up 200% or threefold in the last 50 years or so. And they also show that too many or an overload of omega-6 fatty acids, people will have an increased risk of heart disease, aka #1 kill in the US for the last 5 to 10 years, or inflammatory effects. So, in my opinion, we should stay away. So in contrast, if you do 6 minus 3 and end up at omega-3, which is about the level of my math skills, you end up with omega-3s, which have been shown to be way more beneficial than an overload of omega-6, such as curing or helping out with mental issues, depression, and schizophrenia. So it's a win-win in my book. Man, I guess I should eat more omega-3s. Why would you want to avoid canola oil? Well, it is genetically engineered, which you could be fine with that, you could not be. But either way, there's definitely traces of glyphosate, which is the active ingredient in the weed killer that is sprayed on canola oil crops, which is a known carcinogen. It is also extracted, canola oil is also extracted using a solvent from crude oil named hexane. Hexane has been commonly used in the making of glues, rubbers, and leather products. So that sounds pretty delicious. But hexane side effects would include heart, liver, and lung issues. So that's awesome as well. Drink up, kids. Other alternatives would be more traditional, such as palm, coconut, and olive oil. These are all much better fats in our mind. I know the topic can be complicated, so if you guys are interested, drop us a comment below and we'll make a video going through all of the different fats, whether it's butter, coconut oil, olive, canola, soy, graphs, and everything, if you're so inclined. Let us know, like we said below, and if you want to support the channel, go ahead and follow this link in the description below and get some awesome merch. Thanks for watching, kids. Enjoy. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you like what we're doing here. I'm trying to push out more content. And if you have a food group or kind of nasty-ish ingredient that you want us to check out, drop us a comment down below. Thanks for watching.